and also on YouTube. Remember, guys, you can find me on social networking. Just search for me on Facebook. Just search for the Ron Richardson or Ron Rich Facebook page. You can also find me on Instagram. You can also find me on TikTok, LinkedIn, and I'm new to Substack. All the same name, Ron Richardson. You will find me. You will find everything that I have going on in terms of radio, in terms of my personal life, and in terms of my beloved dog, my beautiful pit bull queen, who is patiently waiting on daddy to return home. Nonetheless, we are here for another great episode of Conversations with Ron Richardson. I would like to welcome everybody to the show who's out there in listening land. And I would also like to welcome the woman of the hour. She's been on my show once before, Miss Jerry Parker. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful this morning.
How have you been?
Coming along.
All right.
No complaints here.
All right. So, Miss Jerry, as I call her always, even though she tells me I don't have to, introduce yourself to my listening audience and tell the people why you're here. Welcome back to WBOK.
Yes. Good morning. My name is Jerry Parker, and I'm a cancer survivor, a motivational speaker, emerging fashion designer, and a community activist committed to turning pain into purpose.
Mm-hmm.
My journey has been shaped by resilience and by faith, and it's deep rooted from all of the things that I've been through. But it's basically to uplift others. And through my initiative, Socks That Rock, and through my music,
Mm-hmm.
I aim to bring hope, comfort, and encouragement to those people who are going through any type of battle, anything in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to help uplift them and to remind them that you are not alone in this battle.
Mm-hmm.
You're not alone in this thing that may be keeping you in one position and fearful to move to the next or what's going to actually happen.
Right.
I have an associate degree, a bachelor's degree in computer science from the University of New Orleans. I have a master's degree in organizational management
Mm-hmm.
from the University of Phoenix. Degrees are great to have. They can get you to the next stepping stone. But I also believe that just being kind and a great individual and working hard and being true to yourself and also being true to others can help get you in a better situation. So why not try that? Why not go that extra mile? So I'm here today because I want to uplift somebody somewhere to say, you're going to be okay. You're not alone.
So, for my people who, you know, listen to you before, they probably know a little bit of your story. You're a breast cancer survivor.
Yes.
So I want you to refresh, our memory on your breast cancer journey. How did that whole thing start?
Okay. So in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's called invasive ductal carcinoma.
Mm.
And this type of cancer is formed in the bile duct of the breast. And it has the tendency to come out of the breast, which is called spread, or for some people, metastasize.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently now and happy to say that I'm a 14-year breast cancer survivor.
Really?
But I don't take that lightly because
Right.
everything, every day, every minute, every second, and every hour, that can change, meaning that one day you can be cancer free, and the other day you can have a diagnosis or another diagnosis that you do not want to hear. No one never wants to hear that they have been diagnosed with cancer. So the journey of going through breast cancer is not an easy thing. You need support. You need family, friends. You need a great team of doctors. You need people who are going to be on your side.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, there are many types of events that'll happen in your life.
Mhm.
There are many types of surgeries and treatments that one will need when it's time to, uh, in other words, save your life. You're fighting for your life. So for me, I had several types of procedures that took place. Just going through the diagnosis itself and getting biopsied and trying to learn your state of life, whether you're going to have a long fight or short fight, or you're going to continue to fight in this journey. I started off with the surgery, and from there, I had to take chemo. I had 16 rounds of chemo. I had 35 treatments of radiation, two surgeries. And I want the audience to keep in mind that these types of medications and surgeries that you have, they can prohibit your lifestyle in a certain way. Not every person is the same. You may be diagnosed with breast cancer. Someone else you know may be diagnosed with breast cancer, but the outcome and what you have to go through are totally different. As I said, I had many forms of treatments to fight this horrible, horrible disease. And in life, you always have to stay on top of getting checked to make sure you're okay.
All right, there we go. Uh,
We can hear you
I'm
now.
gonna put you on pause for a minute, Miss Jerry,
Okay.
and introduce my co-host. She got here a few minutes late, but T Free, how you doing?
I'm well. How you doing today? I
I'm good.
apologize for my tardiness, and it's so great to meet you.
Yes, it is. It's such a pleasure.
I'm Tanya Freeman Brown, and thank
Very
you so much for
pleasure.
being here.
All
Yes,
right, T
I'm
Free,
happy.
talking to your mic now.
Thank you so very much for being here.
All right.
Yes.
Tanya
Excited.
Freeman is co-hosting with me today, as she always does when I need her. She got here a few minutes late, but that's okay. So, what's been going on, T Free?
What's been happening? So, I am moving through my own experience
Mhm.
with breast cancer for the second and the third time. Yeah, for my
Bring your mic to
first.
you, T Free, because we can't hear you. Bring it closer.
Okay,
All
can
right.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So, I am in March. I was diagnosed. Well, they saw something. They saw a mass in my right breast, which was treated back in 2009 and 2010.
Hmm.
I had HER2 positive, estrogen positive, progesterone positive, all across the board. I went through chemo first, and it shrunk the tumor so that I became a candidate for a lumpectomy. The first opinion I had the first time 16 years ago wanted to perform a mastectomy, but I advocated and fought for myself, and I had three opinions and went with the third.
Absolutely.
And I made it 17 years. And then I noticed some changes in my right breast, the one that I had treated
Yeah.
a few months ago.
Hmm.
I was scared to go get it checked because I'm not down for mammograms and the radiation because I went through radiation just like you did.
Hmm.
And and then you went through chemo as well, and that's hard on the body.
Yes, it is.
And you went through
Definitely.
more rounds than I did the first
Yeah.
time. So just to sum it up really quick, because this is your time, and I'm just here to hear your story. But I'm currently moving through a process now where I'm getting a third opinion, and I'm looking to do more integrative treatment. Um, it would include chemotherapy, but at a low dose. It would also include other vitamins, like
Okay.
high dose vitamin C,
Yes.
lymphatic drainage,
Yes.
and other things, chelation therapy, um, nutrition, how not to create the environment for chronically fermenting cells. So, one of the opinions that I received is a clinic called an Oasis of Healing. Located in Mesa, Arizona. They
Okay.
don't use the C word, they use chronically fermenting cells. It's a metabolic disorder.
Okay.
And if you don't have the environment in your body, inflammation, all the other things, food, water, acidity. And what I was told in the consult, that it starts in your mouth. So if you've had missing teeth, extractions like I had, in terms, because I had braces,
Yes.
those
So did
teeth,
I. Yes.
did you have extractions?
Yes, and braces as well.
So some of those, one of the teeth that was extracted for to make room for these new aligned teeth that are misaligned right now is was on the breast meridian.
Okay, so for those who uh don't know exactly what that means, explain that. Expound on that.
So the meridians are like pathways, pathways in the body. We're an electrical grid. You know, you have a heart that has a pacemaker,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some people, it's an electrical pulse that's the simplest way I can put it, to give that heart a jolt to do what it needs, and it paces and keeps pace to circulate the blood
Yes.
and all the things. Your lymphatic system does not have a pump.
Mm-hmm.
So there's stagnation that can occur wherever you have lymph glands or lymph nodes,
Yes.
under your arms, in your groin area, behind your leg, your knees. You have those. So you have to, I'm a massage therapist, so you have to gently push lymph fluid out, because it is a detoxifier. The lymphatic system is going to get the toxins and things out of your body.
Absolutely.
The meridians are like networks in your body, and you have these electrical or these energetic networks all over, and you have meridians for the heart and the lungs. That's a meridian. You have a gallbladder meridian. And if there's a block of the energy, which is called qi in traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncturists or acupressure, using fingers on certain points where that meridian lies,
Uh-huh.
you can manipulate it with tens, with electrical impulses, or
Sure.
even with your fingers, and it can either, it's either too much energy or not enough. So I know I had some sluggishness going on because I had lymph nodes removed the first time,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and now there is lymph node involvement according to the doctors. Right.
Yes.
So, like you, I'm concerned about it. I'm concerned about how we can prepare my body to where it can receive the treatment, and along with prayers, affirmations,
Faith,
faith,
you know, a
must,
good support system.
yes,
All of those things is a part of our healing,
Mm-hmm.
getting to the next level, being strong. And just for the audience to know, there's to me personally, there's never like an end to this.
no,
Even though I'm in remission, even though Tanya is in remission, it does not mean that we stop getting treatments by visiting your doctors, follow up mammograms, self mammograms, check yourself, ladies, gentlemen.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's not just women. Men get breast cancer as well.
And that's one thing that's not talked about, which is was going to be, my next topic of discussion.
Yes.
Men are we're able to get it too, but we don't think about it like that because we look at it as
Right.
a woman's disease.
And exactly. I don't think men think of it because their breasts are probably not as indulged as a female's breast
Yeah.
is. So they figure there's just no way that this can happen to me. But I do know on 2 occasions, I've known 2 men to have breast cancer. And the situation is pretty much the same. They'll go through the treatments themselves, just like women do, and they must do follow ups and have the same pattern of taking care of themselves.
Really?
Mhm.
Yes, it's just
I
as
love it.
equally important. Cancer is
Yes.
cancer. It may be a different person,
Mhm.
you may be a different race or different size, but cancer is cancer. And when it wants to act its way or have its own way of, performing on your body, it will do that. But it's our job to do as much as possible to take care of ourselves.
So I want to, as far as men go, how does a man go about uh being treated? Because I know, and I'm taking a lucky guess here, but like, Does insurance place restrictions on men getting that particular treatment, or how does that work? Do you know?
Not 100% no, but I do know this.
Uh-huh.
It depends upon the type of insurance that you have.
Okay.
Who's your carrier?
Mhm.
You know, whether you have Blue Cross or you have Medicare, Medicaid, all of those different things, you know, Humana, it just depends. So I would say to someone who's newly getting insurance, read the fine lines. And I would ensure that based upon, you know, the stats,
Right.
that cancer is listed somewhere so that you can get the appropriate treatments that are required. Because you're going to need a lot of treatment. You're going to need a lot of everything. And I'd like the audience to know, don't be afraid. If you're going through this, don't be afraid to reach out. Or reach out to your family and your friends. Let someone know, because this is going to be your support system. If you feel uncomfortable talking to family and friends, feel free to get a psychiatrist. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in it. This is an individual that's going to help you understand what you're going through and help you to move into a situation where you feel better about yourself. And that way you're able to get better health, better treatments, and talk about your situation. I know for me, talking about cancer to family was more difficult than talking about it anywhere else.
How
When
so?
it came to talking to my family,
Yeah.
I would break down more. I'm now getting much better. There's still moments and times in life that, you know, you feel a little bit uncertain, or do you want to tell them about certain things? But it's a must. You must not keep your family and your friends in the unknown, because these people, at the end of the day, they love you and they want to support you. And I would say just continue to get your follow-ups. Again, being a 14-year survivor, just last year, I went in for my mammogram, and there was something that was of a concern. And
Okay.
so it had to be biopsied.
Right.
Great thing that it was benign.
Right.
And to the audience today, I'm sitting in this chair, and I went for my mammogram last week.
Yeah.
There is another area of concern that has to be biopsied. And I'm finding them myself. So just imagine if I didn't take the opportunity in my life to care about me and to say that I'm going to do self-breast exams. By the time I get to my doctor, which is usually an annual checkup, it could be further along than the norm. So I would highly suggest and highly recommend that men and women please do self-breast exams for your own self. And that way you can help advocate for yourself when you go to the doctor. You can pinpoint the locations and not wait for them, your physicians, or the machine to, you know, pick up and say, hey, here it is. Because everything is by human, so it can easily be missed. So if you check yourself out, help yourself, you can do pretty well. And
What's the timeline that an individual should get themselves checked? Is it once a year, 6 months to a year? Like, what's the timeline of
once a year.
Okay.
Once a year, it's an annual checkup. And I think the age limit starts at 40. They may have lowered it. I'm not quite sure of that, but the last time I checked, it was 40. I do have a concern with that, because women who are being diagnosed at an earlier age.
Yeah.
They're 20s
Yeah.
now, and some probably in their teens. And that's something that needs to be, you know, monitored and paid more attention to. How can we help these individuals who are being diagnosed at an earlier stage?
I think that's a scary part, you know, for most men and women, because it's the unexpected.
Yes.
We don't know what we're going to get into once we receive results or whatever the case may be. But you know what? We got to put you on pause right quick, because we got to go to our first break. Is that okay?
That's okay with me.
All right, man.
Okay.
I'm here with Miss Jerry Parker, breast cancer survivor, and my beautiful co-host, my big sis, Miss Tanya Freeman, who is snapping pictures of herself in the studio. But nonetheless, man, we'll be right back after this. Remember, guys, if you want to catch me on the go, you can catch me on Facebook. Just search for the Ron Rich or Ron Richardson Facebook page. You can also find me on Instagram. Just search for Ronald_Richardson_Jr. on Instagram, and Ronnie_Richardson_Jr. on Instagram, Ronald_Richardson_Jr. on TikTok, and also on Substack. We'll be right back after this. Stay tuned, okay? See you in a sec. Peace.
Hey family, Ron Richardson here, host of Conversations with Ron Richardson. If you're looking for quality catering and barbecue, you need to contact my friends at Kuzan's Catering and Barbecue Team. Mr. Eddie Bunch and Kuzan's have been serving the West Bank since 2013 with their quality selection of barbecue and seafood. If you're looking for quality catering, be sure to contact Kuzan's Catering, located at 618 Westwood Drive in Marrero, or you can go to kuzansonline.com for more information for all the services that they offer, or call 504-233-4227. Catering done the right way just for you. That's Kuzan's, baby.
Hi, this is Sherry Smith for Redefining Ability. When we talk about Black men's mental health, we can't skip the part about disability, visible and invisible. Depression, PTSD, chronic pain, learning disabilities, they're real in our communities, but too often they're told to man up or pray it away. That's not meeting them where they are. Black men are diagnosed with schizophrenia at higher rates, yet undertreated for anxiety and depression. They're more likely to have disabilities from violence, unsafe jobs, or lack of health care. And then stigmatism tells them silence equals strength. But strength is also this, asking for help. It's therapy. It's accommodations at work. It's saying, I'm not okay to your brother without shame. Mental health is help. Disability is part of their story. And community care means we make room for it all. No fixing, no judgment. Just show up, sit with them, walk with them. For more on Redefining Ability, you can email Ron at richardsonronald024@gmail.com. And remember, healing and recovery starts with you. This is Sherry Smith for Redefining Ability. New Orleans, you want to know what we're talking about? Tune in every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on WBOK for Conversations with Ron Richardson. The topics will always be hot and the conversation will be all the way live. Meet us there. We'll save you a seat. We can also talk about you and your business as a sponsor of Conversations with Ron Richardson. Contact Ron at 504-874-4584 or email him at richardsonronald024@gmail.com for more details.
In a world full of content, standing out is everything, and that is where Mr. Byron Headley comes into play. If you need professional photography, cinematic video, or scroll stopping video, it is time to give Byron Shoots in Motion a call so he can bring your vision to life, frame by frame. For more information, you can call Byron Headley at 346-365-4379. That's 346-365-4379, or follow him on Instagram at Byron_shoots_in_-motion. Byron_shoots_in_-motion. Byron Shoots in Motion. Capture with purpose, delivered in motion.
This is Ron Richardson with Redefining Ability. This week we're talking about Black men and mental health. Mental health is an essential part of overall well-being for many Black men, yet it remains an overlooked and often stigmatized topic. While conversations about mental health have grown more common in recent years, Black men continue to face unique social, cultural, and systemic barriers that make seeking help difficult. I am speaking directly to all my brothers, and I am telling you to take charge of your mental health and open up about the issue that you may be going through. There is no shame in showing weakness or being vulnerable. This is Ron Richardson with Redefining Ability. For more information about Redefining Ability, you can contact me at richardsonronald024@gmail.com. richardsonronald024@gmail.com. And remember, healing and recovery start with you.
Are you looking for the next burlesque sensation? Searching for some prime entertainment on a Sunday night? Well, come down to the Always Lounge as Scarlett Letta presents Show Me Your Noobs. You'll see the finest new entertainers performing burlesque, drag, and a variety of acts that will tease, titillate, and delight you. We are here every third Sunday of the month. Come catch the most raved about show in New Orleans that no one has ever heard of until now. Show Me Your Noobs. It's the perfect night out, whether you're a burlesque regular or sharing your first time with us. Show Me Your Noobs will leave you breathless.
For more information on Show Me Your Noobs, go to thealwayslounge.net.
WBOK online at WBOK1230.com.
It's the place where we can be open and honest about real life issues. You're listening to Conversations with Ron Richardson, live on WBOK and online at WBOK1230.com.
Welcome back. This is Conversations with Ron Richardson on WBOK 1230 AM, streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com and also streaming live on YouTube. Just go to the WBOK 1230 YouTube channel. You can see us live in studio. And I have the woman of the hour, the diva, the breast cancer survivor, Miss Jerry Parker. And I also have my co-host, my big sis, also a breast cancer survivor, Miss Tanya Freeman. How you ladies doing?
We're doing
Awesome.
great.
All right. So before we went to break, I want you to continue the topic. Then we're going to take a couple of callers. I want you to continue talking about, the process that we go through as men and women to get our breasts checked out. And like we said, before the commercial break, a lot of men don't think of getting their breasts checked out. So continue.
Yes. As I said before, it is equally important that men and women both have breast cancer, have your breast checked for breast cancer. So be it that you're having a mammogram, definitely self-checks. I would say self-checks. It starts with you because you have to realize that something different is about your body. Don't give it an opportunity to come out on its own, because sometimes when that happens, that means it's probably been lingering for a little bit. But if you feel something, say something. Don't sit and wait.
Something.
Yes. Tell a friend. Tell someone that you feel close to. If not, just go to your doctor and say, I'm feeling very uncomfortable about this. There's an area of concern on my body, and I'd like to get it checked out. Because the longer you wait, the longer your process of the doctors being able to give you what you need.
Yes.
And time is everything. And I'll say that again. Time is everything. The sooner you find out, the faster your physicians can begin to work to help you, to help save your life, to help give you a better life. And cancer is not what some people think about in the past as a death sentence per se. There's so many medicines, new technology.
Yeah.
There are many things these days that can help you live a long, beautiful life. I got 14. Tanya has 17.
Yeah.
And many other people was diagnosed at 19 and lived to be 89.
And funny story about me and Tanya. I always tell this story when I'm on the air from the numerous, platforms that she's followed me on. She was just coming out of your first two journeys.
My first journey.
First journey. When we did our very first interview together, back when I was doing college radio, and she has followed me through numerous platforms and has been my sidekick ever since I can remember. And I'm just glad to see you thriving and doing your thing. So before we continue your story, I'm going to go to the phones, and we have Miss Karen Miller, who's been patiently waiting on hold, and she wants to send a message to you.
Okay.
Miss Karen, are you there?
I am here.
How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to call in to give my support. I'm on my way out of town, but I had to stop by to speak about my best friend of 40 years. Can you believe it?
Yes, 40 years.
What a journey it has been. But through all of her challenges, still she rises. She's so inspiring. She has uplifted, empowered, and inspired me, but not just me, so many around the world. Even her godson, who is my son, he's so inspired by his godmother and so proud of her.
Yes.
We all are. And I just wanted to let you know that I think she is just absolutely amazing. And I'm just so happy that God saw fit to keep her with us, because there's so much work she has to do and so many
Yes.
more people she has to inspire.
Yes.
So I'm just grateful and thankful. I just love you so much, my friend.
Love you more.
Inspire me daily.
All right.
You
Thank you,
inspire
Miss
me
Karen.
weekly. You inspire me monthly. You inspire
Yeah.
me all year round. And I just love you.
I love you too.
I love you too.
And this is why, you know, I decided to bring you two together, because I know it would be a great interview. I was initially going to do the interview by myself, and I said, wait a minute. I said, I know the perfect person to, you know, be my sidekick with this, man. And Tanya, I just want to tell you, thank you for coming down and doing this with me today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tanya.
It's my pleasure, and I love you. I love you so much.
Yeah.
And I love you too,
Love you.
also. And I don't have to know you to love you.
Absolutely.
And I just, like I said during the break, I love your energy.
Mm-hmm.
I love your spirit. I love how you came in here dressed, and you probably went to treatment dressed just like that to the nines.
Let me tell you something.
Showing
Yes.
everybody
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
infusion center
Yes.
who you are.
Let me tell you
Yes.
something, Tanya.
Yeah.
This woman,
And
is
she
the-
smelled good.
the only woman I know who wears better hats, and I have fedoras at my house,
Oh,
right?
she wearing the hat.
But she rocks the fedoras
rock
like
it.
no other, right? So
She rock it.
I'm kind of jealous, Miss Jerry.
She,
Oh, that's okay. Bring your hat next time.
Yeah. I got
she
you.
racking.
I got you.
She rocking.
All right, Miss Karen, thank you for your call, and we got two more people that want to talk to you. But before we get to those, I want to continue with your story. So, what was that when you got first diagnosed? What was your first initial reaction?
Wasn't a good one.
Mhm.
In fact, I wasn't, no one is prepared for this. And if I can recall, we had just had a hurricane. I had the biopsy, and I heard nothing from anyone. And then there was the storm, and 2-3 weeks went by. I still hadn't heard anything, and I felt pretty good, because I was like, well, you know, no news is good news. And then one day I got a call that said, come in so you can get your results. But nothing seemed alarming to me to feel like I'm about to be, you know, given the worst news of my life. So I asked my mom, and I said, Mom, why don't you take a ride with me? You know, I'm just going to get my results. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, God is always in our plan, right?
Yes.
We went down and went in the office with the doctor, and more doctors came in. It was like a team of, you know, interns. So I felt comfortable with that, because we need the new generation to learn and know what's going on with cancer. And I sat there, and the doctor said, well, your results came back, and we did find cancer. And I was sitting on a stool, and I don't know if I fell off the stool or what, but I just knew that my whole mind, my heart, everything changed. And my mom wasn't in a great condition. We felt like our world had ended. And I had to actually sit there and remember that there is a God, and I have to lean and depend on him. And I asked him for strength, because at that moment, I knew I had to fight. I knew I had to do something that was bigger than me. I had to work really hard. And one of the things I really wanted to know from the doctor was, could you tell me right now, what is the stage?
Ooh.
For some reason, knowing the stage
Uh-huh.
could make a difference for some people.
And you know, to this is the thing. I've never had the experience with cancer, but this is the thing doctors do, and I'm not taking shots at anybody, but they'll just tell you, this is what you got going on, and this is what we're gonna do. And some of them don't even give you time to process,
Absolutely.
Right.
you know, what the hell is going on. They
Yes.
just like, okay, well, this is what we got to do, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Right.
And you know, Tanya knows this about me. I'm dealing with the situation in my body right now. and I won't go into too much on air, but when I visited this doctor, he was like, well, Mr. Richardson, this is what you have going on. And I looked at him like, whoa, what the, like I can't say what I want to say on air. And he was just like, well, yeah. And I'm like, no compassion, no, it's going to be okay. They just, and I understand it's a job, but sometimes I just feel like some should have better bedside manner. And
Absolutely.
That's very important.
Je ne sais quoi to make you feel a little bit better about what's going on. And
Right.
any one of you can piggyback off of what I just said.
I'd like to add to that. You wanted to know, Miss Jerry, or can I call you Jerry, or how do you?
Yeah, you can call me Jerry.
Okay, Jerry, you wanted to know, and the first time they didn't tell me. They just treated me neoadjuvantly, meaning that they gave me chemo first, whereas usually you start off with the surgery and then chemo and then radiation. So this time around, remission, but they told me I have cancer again in both breasts and they want to do neoadjuvant therapy. I told them I don't want to know the stage because I have lymph node involvement, but my PET scans are clear. It's contained, and that's what my prayer is, that it is contained here and that I'm not fighting it. I'm going to work with it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that physicians give you that news is already a blow. It's already jarring and it's a shock. But to add insult to injury, and I'm not taking shots, but it's about consideration, it's about compassion, it's about tact.
Yes.
Because your words, like the Bible says, life and death is in the power of the tongue, the present, not the past, but what you tell a person in the present tense. It can be the thing that takes them over the edge. It can be the things that just strips their will to live and fight, because we have been conditioned in this society to accept cancer as a death sentence when it is not. Ms. Jerry already told you it's not. So whose report are you going to believe? We believe the report of the Lord. We are the temples of God. God lives within us. So therefore, I believe what God is telling me. I'm going to use the consult of the physician, of course, right?
Of course.
However, I'm not going to allow that other man or woman to tell me a stage and then to tell me how long I got.
Right.
Because I have proof of people who defied that. I've defied it.
Yes.
You have defied it.
Yes.
So therefore, you have no authority to tell me how long I exist.
Hold that thought, because we got another caller
Okay.
for Miss Jerry. Miss Carla Simpson, how are you? Hello? I think she hung up, so we're going to just continue the conversation. Tifa, you got kind of passionate there.
Oh, yeah, because you struck a chord. I mean, I feel like it's already traumatizing.
It definitely is. And a stage for some people does not matter at all. Some people want to know the stage. And a stage, you can be a stage 1 and have the worst results at the end of it. Or you can be a stage 4 and live forever without any other complications than when you first started. I think it's just important for the patient to work closely with their team. That's going to be your ultimately key. I just feel very fortunate that I had a great team of doctors, not that other people did not. Right. But bedside manners, when you mention that is something that'll make you want to go to the doctor, even when you're going for chemo and radiation. Because you know they are there for you and they're working with you. Right. They care about you, and that is going to be a great team.
And to piggyback with this situation that I'm going through right now, I swear to you, I go see this man every 6 months, and I've gone through a series of tests, ultrasounds and CAT scans and MRIs, which I hate with a passion.
Why you don't like that tunnel?
Claustrophobic like a bug.
Right.
Do you understand?
I get the same way.
I understand.
I sit in this man's office for no more than 10 minutes when I go see him in person. And he's like, it's still stable. And I'm like, okay, the hell with that. I don't want it to be stable. I want it gone.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I've had to tell myself that this is their job, you know, so I have to take that into consideration. But when I tell you I hate doing it, I hate doing it. But I had to get over that, and I had to just go with the flow. Yeah.
Ron, I would like to say that it is their job.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are practicing medicine. Ms. Jerry said before, early on in the conversation of the first segment, that everyone's different. Everybody's body's different.
Yes.
Black folks generally don't participate in clinical studies and trials.
Right.
They don't call on us, right? So therefore, we're receiving medications or agents that have not been tested on us. So therefore, it's a new study.
Yes. Yes.
It's a new study, and they're practicing medicine. So it behooves us as the consumer, because this is a business, $1 trillion business.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the patients. We are the studied.
That's right.
Black folks have always been the studied. Why? Because of our resilience. But because the world has weighed us down and we've strayed and we've gotten far from our North Star, things happen in our lives and we get into imbalanced situations and we become sick because we've strayed away from the original plan and blueprint for our lives. So therefore, we have to navigate dis-ease and death until we wake up and rise up in the power that we all been born with, right? To advocate. And I'm not saying traditional medicine or Western medicine is a bad thing. I'm not.
Right.
However, the chemo, radiation, and surgery are big guns.
Yes.
If we were to remember how to work and operate in this world and treat our bodies perfectly, and when I say perfectly, according to the original design, we got away from that.
Right.
So therefore, we have what we have. So we can we can reverse the cycle of sickness, disease, and death. We do have that power, and we have the power of free will. So you can either choose life or death.
Yes.
Hit us up, man. 504-582-9422. 504-582-9422. Tanya Freeman, tell the people where they can get in contact with you.
You can reach me on Instagram, Life, Love, Life, and Liberation. Love, Life, Liberation on Instagram. Tanya Marcia Freeman on Facebook. I am also Tanya Marcia Freeman, Love, Life, Liberation on Substack. And I'm also on YouTube, The Freeman Frequency with my twin sister, Sonia Freeman.
Yeah. Miss Jerry, tell the people where they can
Jerry
get in
Parker, 504-915-3719. And the email is Parker, Parker, Ida, IDA 70 @yahoo.com. Feel free to call me, text me, holla.
All right. We have only a few minutes left before we go to our next break, but I want to briefly touch on this, and then we're going to go after this next break. We're going to do a continuation about this. I want you to tell us about your sock program.
All right. Woohoo. Yeah, it's Socks That Rock for a Cancer Cause. Wow. I know that it came from the man above, because when you ask God to give you something to help others, to bring hope and love and comfort to his people, he would do it every time. Mm-hmm. And so I want to give a shout out to God for giving me that program that I am currently turning into a nonprofit. Socks That Rock for a Cancer Cause is where I collect beautiful, fun, soft, loving socks for men, women, children, girls, boys, babies. And I go to the infusion centers, hospitals where patients are getting chemo, radiation, and I provide them with these lovely socks.
I want
to
some
help
socks.
Give them, yes, girl, you definitely got to get some socks to give them that comfort. I sat in that chair before, you did too. And I had cold feet all the time, and socks made it right. And so, not just the socks, but the smile.
All right.
and the love and the caring.
So hold that thought, T-Free. You hold your thoughts too, all right? We got to go to our second break. This is Conversations with Ron Richardson on WBOK 1230 AM, streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com. Hit us up, drop us a line, 504-582-9422. Talking about breast cancer with the diva, Miss Jerry Parker, and girl, my big sis, Tanya Freeman. All right, we'll be right back after this. Stay tuned, New Orleans. I love you. Peace. New Orleans never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
Ron Richardson here. If you are like me, that means you love the feeling of getting a fresh haircut and shave. If you do, then you should check out my friends Eddie and Dana Bunch at First Impressions Barber and Beauty Salon, specializing in hairstyles for men, women, and children. If you want to make a good first impression, you should check out First Impressions Barber and Beauty Salon, located at 618 Westwood Drive in Marrero, or call 504-341-6777. Remember, it's never too late to make that first impression at First Impressions Barber and Beauty Salon.
New Orleans, you want to know what we're talking about? Tune in every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on WBOK for Conversations with Ron Richardson. The topics will always be hot and the conversation will be all the way live. Meet us there. We'll save you a seat. We can also talk about you and your business as a sponsor of Conversations with Ron Richardson. Contact Ron at 504-874-4584 or email him at richardsonronald024@gmail.com for more details.
Hi, everyone. This is Angie from the Sincerely Angie podcast, and I'm excited to share something special with you. My friend Ron Richardson, the host of Conversations with Ron Richardson on WBOK 1230 AM and streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com, is releasing an inspiring new book called Redefining Ability. This powerful book challenges the stigma surrounding mental health and reminds us that our struggles don't define our limits. They can redefine our strength. Redefining Ability is about hope, resilience, and changing the conversation about mental health in our families, our communities, and within ourselves. The official release date is May 15, 2026. You'll be able to download the ebook through Kindle Direct Publishing and be a part of the movement that's breaking stigma and celebrating the power of ability. Because ability isn't about perfection, it's about perseverance. Redefining Ability by Ron Richardson.
Are you looking for the next burlesque sensation? Searching for some prime entertainment on a Sunday night? Well, come down to the Always Lounge as Scarlett Letta presents Show Me Your Noobs. You'll see the finest new entertainers performing burlesque, drag, and a variety of acts that will tease, titillate, and delight you. We are here every third Sunday of the month. Come catch the most raved about show in New Orleans that no one has ever heard of until now. Show Me Your Noobs. It's the perfect night out, whether you're a burlesque regular or sharing your first time with us. Show Me Your Noobs will leave you breathless.
For more information on Show Me Your Noobs, go to the Always Lounge. This is Ron Richardson with Redefining Ability. This week, we're talking about Black men and mental health. Mental health is an essential part of overall well-being for many Black men, yet it remains an overlooked and often stigmatized topic. While conversations about mental health have grown more common in recent years, Black men continue to face unique social, cultural, and systemic barriers that make seeking help difficult. I am speaking directly to all my brothers, and I am telling you to take charge of your mental health and open up about the issue that you may be going through. There is no shame in showing weakness or being vulnerable. This is Ron Richardson with Redefining Ability. For more information about Redefining Ability, you can contact me at richardsonronald024@gmail.com. richardsonronald024@gmail.com. And remember, healing and recovery start with you. In a world full of content, standing out is everything. And that is where Mr. Byron Hadley comes into play. If you need professional photography, cinematic video, or scroll stopping video, it is time to give Byron Shoots in Motion a call so he can bring your vision to life, frame by frame. For more information, you can call Byron Hadley at 346-365-4379. That's 346-365-4379, or follow him on Instagram at Byron_shoots_in_-motion. Byron_shoots_in_-motion. Byron Shoots in Motion. Captured with purpose, delivered in motion.
WBOK.
Better pay attention.
Powered by Cox Business.
Thanks for listening to Conversations with Ron Richardson, live on WBOK, and listen online at WBOK1230.com. Now, back to Ron.
Welcome back. This is Conversations with Ron Richardson on WBOK 1230 AM, streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com. I want to give a special shout out to my good friend, Mr. Harold Ellis Clark, aka Hal Clark, formerly of the show Sunday Journal. He has a new play that's going to be out August 13th through the 16th at the La Petite Theater, 616 St. Peter Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. And the play is called Yanking Mr. Guidry. Yanking Mr. Guidry by my radio mentor, Mr. Hal Clark. He will be on the show this coming August. And you can get tickets at just call 504-522-2081. 504-522-2081 for tickets. And the name of the play is called Yanking Mr. Guidry. Hal is always coming up with some great plays and different information for people, man. So shouts out to Mr. Hal Clark. Back with the ladies, Miss Jerry Parker and Miss Tanya Freeman. I think I'm going to name this episode, and you guys, I'm going to name this episode Conversations with Ron Richardson. Save the Tatas.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Love on them.
Yes.
Love on the Tatas.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We are back with Miss Jerry Parker, and we're going to try to squeeze another caller in before we continue the story. We have Dana on the line. Dana, are you there? I think Dana left us, but call back 504-582-9422. We're going to continue the conversation and talk about the Socks That Rocks.
Yes. So through the initiative, Socks.
Here
Wait,
Hello.
is she there?
Yes, I am here. My apologies.
Hey, is this Dana?
Good
Okay.
morning.
Uh-huh.
Yes, this is Dana Beauchamp. I'm here supporting my beautiful cousin, Miss Jerry Parker. Mm-hmm.
All right. So what do you have to tell Miss Parker, Dana?
Well, what I have to tell Miss Parker is just maintain, continue praying, and doing everything that she's been doing to excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting a little full and things, yeah. But I love her, and I'm right here for her, supporting her.
I love you too, cousin.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All the best to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Miss Parker, I want you to continue talking about Socks That Rocks, and we're going to touch on your new singing career.
Yes.
So, continue.
So I want to take a little minute here to piggyback on cancer, just a second, to just say that even though when you're diagnosed with cancer, any form of cancer, and I've researched, and there are 19 different cancers. There could be more by now, but there are 19 different cancers. But just to say that cancer affects families more than it does the patient. And you can hear that through the caller of a relative who is still dealing with processing it. And sometimes families, friends, neighbors, or those who love us, they just need a little bit more education to understand what cancer really means and that it's not necessarily a death sentence. And I always repeat that because sometimes people have a different perception. But back through my initiatives like Socks That Rock and my music, I am just so proud to have those things because it gives me the opportunity to bring hope, comfort, and encouragement to individuals who are facing the toughest battle or battles. Because sometimes people are facing more than one cancer or more than one medical disease or something that's going on in their lives. So with Socks That Rock, I want to make sure that not just Jerry Parker is smiling. I want to ensure the people that are going through the tough situations in their lives, that you're smiling too. You find something to smile about. Even if it's for 1 second, you have that smile on your face. Life is going to be life. Life is going to be lifing. You can't stop things that are supposed to happen. You can work through them. You can have great people by your side, and you can make it happen. And it's all about what? A lot of things. And that takes me into my music, my new album that I somehow, I don't know, I can't even explain this stuff because things happen. And I think if you push, God push you, you push a little bit more, and things could happen. So persistence pays off. The new album is called A Lot of Things because I do a lot of things. My single that I have scheduled to come out is going to be June 25th on my mother's birthday. And it's called Oh Jesus, You're the One. So when I want people, when you listen to this, don't look for professionalism. I want you to take the words and I want you to live. Let them get in your body and just soak in.
Yes.
Because that's what music is all about. What it truly means to you. Is it healing you, making you happy, making you smile? And that's what I want to bring to the table.
All right, quickly, because we got to close. Any words of encouragement, Miss T. Free?
Ms. Jerry, just keep moving and keep grooving and keep singing and keep rocking them socks and rocking them hats.
All right, man. So you know what?
Same to you, Miss Tanya. Just live life. Don't put any stipulations on yourself. If you want to dance, dance. You want to shout, shout. Do anything in life.
All right, man. So you know what? That's the show.
Oh, my God.
Never enough time. But you know,
Never.
you're always welcome to do another show with me. Nonetheless, this is Conversations with Ryan Richardson on WBOK 1230 AM, streaming worldwide on WBOK1230.com. Remember, healing and recovery start with you. Peace and love, New Orleans. See you next week. Talk to you soon. Peace.